Welcome back, everyone. The man inside the world's famous San Diego chicken has been doing it for 40 years. The chicken, or Ted Gina Lewis, has traveled to all 50 states and 8 countries. He's even visited Southwest University Park, but he's a Borderlands staple, visiting El Paso some 80 times. His minor league debut came back in August of 1978 for the Diablos before a sold-out Dudley Dome. And joining us now is the man himself, Ted Gina Lewis. Hi, Ted.
Hi, Maria. It's a pleasure to be on with you.
It's great to see you. So are you happy to be back in El Paso?
Oh, absolutely. I've said it many years, over decades. In fact, El Paso is one of the great gems of the entire country, and I've always enjoyed my visits here. Just fantastic people. It's the people that really make a city. And El Paso has about the sweetest people, the character, their fiber, their outlook on life, everything. They're a great audience to perform for.
Speaking of audiences, you know, you've been doing this for 40 years. How has the audience changed, and how do you adjust your act?
Well, it's interesting to note, Maria, that in different parts of the country, audiences are different. You know, for example, up in the northeastern corridor with New York, Jersey, Philly, right in there, they're a little more harder edged. They have more fun when their teams are winning. Whereas in the South and in the Midwest, sports is seen more as an entertainment vehicle. Winning is important, of course, but you see more families coming out to sports events, and so whereas on the West Coast, it's if the teams aren't winning, then you know it's a situation where it's harder for people to come to games for them. But overall, really, the heart and soul of a sports fan can really be seen in the Midwest and the South, where they know that it's an entertainment vehicle for fun.
Yes, speaking of an entertainment vehicle, what do you think of the El Paso Chihuahuas? They've had a pretty good season, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're a Padre Farm Club. And I'm telling you, the talent that the Chihuahuas have sent up to San Diego has always worked out. It's a great situation. And I couldn't be happier that El Paso, of all the cities, is the Padres' #1 farm club. It's almost like we're sister cities.
It is like we're sister cities. So what else have you been up to? Where have you been since we last saw you last season?
Well, I've been doing a little traveling around the country and such, but I've cut back quite a bit of my schedule. I used to be on the road more than 200 days of the year, going nationwide and around the world. But after doing this now for 4 decades, actually I've slowed down my schedule a little bit and enjoying more of the home life back in San Diego. So when the invitation came to come back to El Paso, absolutely I jumped on it, you know, because it's one of my favorite cities, as you know. So I've picked just a few selected cities to visit. But you know, Maria, I'm still enjoying it. I still love it. And I've got some big plans for the future still for what I do as the chicken.
Well, you look great. You haven't changed a bit. So just a little personal anecdote. One of my favorite pictures I have with my father, you're in it. And I used to always see it as a kid. It was like me hugging a big chicken and my dad right next to me. And it was you. So you're in one of my favorite family photos.
That's beautiful. You know, it's interesting, Maria. All throughout my career, I've always had some wonderful stories of touching moments that people have expressed to me as something as irreverent as what I do, which is fun and crazy and off the wall and goofy. It's amazing to me how people always have very touching stories to relate over warm moments, you know, and I'm happy to be just a little part of that.
Okay, well, we're happy to have you. Thanks so much. Ted Gina Lewis, the San Diego Chicken. Up